episode of Game Rivals. It has been a while. Thank you so much for your patience. I am Maximilian X, your host as always. Welcome to a new season, a new year of Game Rivals. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of guests on this year. Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of games because this is going to be a really big year for gaming. And we're going to talk about that right now a little bit with our first guest of the year, Denirukun. Could you introduce yourself to the Game Rivals audience?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? And Max, thanks so much for having me here. I appreciate it. I'm Denirukun. I go by Denny. A lot of people call me Denny. You'll find me on Instagram posting stuff about games. I stream a lot on Twitch, and this year, all I'm going to be doing is trying to beat as many games as I can. So find me there and hang out with me and Max. That's everything.
Great. Thank you so much. And also sharing all your socials. Because, Denny's awesome. Check him out. I'll definitely leave links in the descriptions. Good grief. It's been a while since we recorded, so.
It's the first one of the year. We got to get all the bugs out, get the jitters out. It's fine.
Exactly. All right, so, like I said, big year for gaming, at least if you're a Nintendo fan. And a big year for gaming because one of the biggest games of the year is at least rumored slated for this year, which is, of course, GTA 6. Denny, I don't know how you feel about GTA in general, or specifically the GTA 6, how it's coming out. I'm assuming you've seen the trailer.
Yes, many times.
Yeah, same here. It looks good.
It looks stupid good. You're absolutely right. So I've always loved the GTA games. I've been playing them since like GTA 2 on my Dreamcast. I've played GTA 5 many times while waiting for 6 to come out. I'm interested in the game for so many reasons, but the biggest one that comes to mind is just I want to see how Rockstar handles the change in the landscape of the world now versus when it was 10 years ago when they wrote a game.
Yeah.
Things are obviously different. I don't know if their jokes are going to hit. I don't know if it's going to cause controversy. I mean, Rockstar and controversy go hand in hand.
Yeah, they gave a little bit of like what you can expect in the game. They showed a lot of like, TikTok kind of stuff like social media and like people just being weird. I mean, it basically takes place in Florida.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly it. Because I remember in GTA 5 they had that whole like knockoff Facebook thing because that's when that type of social media was really big and prevalent versus TikTok and the short form content. So it's one of the few games where the story, I'm very interested to see where they go because I like the little nods and mentions and homages.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. And obviously, from what I've heard about the story, it seems pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm ready for it. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. I originally thought it would come out by April.
What? Wait, what? I'm sorry. Wait,
yeah.
April of this year?
I thought, again, this was a talk I had a while ago, but I think if you look at Grand Theft Auto releases, when did it come out? There's one that really sticks in my mind because I remember getting it like mid-April, and it was a big one. I think 4. Listen, GTA 5 has like a bajillion releases. Yeah, the GTA 5 release came out in April. I think that's what I'm thinking. GTA 5 PC release was April.
Okay, but remember, there's no PC version coming out for this one anytime soon.
Exactly. Yeah, then Grand Theft Auto 4.
Or even if at all. I mean, I'm assuming they'll do it because they love money, but...
Who doesn't? Right. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. Worldwide as well, GTA 4 came out April 29th. So, you know what? Here's my thing. It's either going to be April or 6 months later in October, November. Right?
Do you know why I remember it was April? Because I actually bought GTA 4 back in the day.
Exactly. And I bought that collector's edition with the safe.
There was a safe in the collector's edition?
Oh yeah. The collector's edition out in North America had like, maybe not a safe, but like a lockbox. It was like maybe this big.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It was like an actual like metal lockbox for you to put your belongings in, and it had like the Grand Theft Auto logo like stamped on the lid.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Here's my little story about GTA 4. I picked it up at launch. Why? Because people would not shut up about it. They're like, you have to get it. And like the trailers looked fine to me, but I was not a big GTA guy. I was more interested in other games. The only GTA games that kind of caught my attention was San Andreas, which I have played on the PlayStation 2, and Vice City Stories.
Oh,
on
the PSP one,
which I've never.
that was
played.
good too.
I still to this day want to play that one just because Phil Collins.
Fair enough.
I'm like, it's
Fair
not like,
enough.
I'm not like I'm a big Phil Collins fan, but just like it's in the 80s and they
Great era.
they actually perform in it. It's like crazy. I've seen the clips and I'm like, dang. And you'll do a mission for Phil Collins. That's crazy. That's awesome.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think I got that far into Liberty City Stories, so I don't remember that part. Or Vice City Stories.
I kind of wish that they did a re-release of that, but I don't think they'll do that now. Especially how the GTA 3 remastered project went. I mean, now apparently it's good. Like it's gotten all the updates and
Yeah, it took a year.
Yeah, that means that that means the game was released way too early. That's what that means.
I believe Vice City Stories got ported over to the PS2.
Yeah, like a bunch of them did get ports. I don't remember if it's.
I think. I know for a fact that Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories, which are the PSP games, were ported to the PS2 like 6 months after release.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So if you have a way of getting your hands on them, they should be in theory cheaper than the PSP version because some of the features were taken out.
Oh wait, there were features specifically for the PSP,
like online and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's certain features, if I'm not mistaken, taken out, and it brought it to like it was like a $20 game at launch.
Yeah.
For the PS2. So, if you're able to get your hands on a copy, for
I don't own a PlayStation
Stories.
2. I borrowed my cousin's.
Okay.
I have a PlayStation 3, but I don't think that would play a PlayStation 2 game. I'm not sure actually, because it's like a slim. So I don't know if those still play. Yeah. See, so.
They took that out.
Gosh darn useless.
Maybe it's on PlayStation now, if that's still a thing on the PS3.
You mean on PlayStation
Out or whatever it is now. Yeah.
No. Like, Essential is already way too expensive, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I pay for the premium.
Yeah, you do?
And it's only because I forget when it comes out, so it just automatically comes out of my credit card, and I'm like, it's too late to fight it now. It's okay. I'll just wait till next year.
No, why didn't you just...
It's a vicious cycle.
Why didn't you just, like, you can stop the auto renew, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Now I have a PlayStation Portal, so I'm in the ecosystem.
Ah, they got you.
They got me. Just take my money, Sony.
And especially with the upgrade that they gave to the PlayStation Portal.
Yeah, that's the reason why I bought it. And it was a hell of a deal, but that's a different story.
Yeah. So that's the big one. GTA 6. I'm curious. I don't think, because again, I laughed because they announced it at the Game Awards last year, 2023. And when they showed it, I was like, oh, this is a holiday game for sure. Like, if they're lucky, or it's going to be early 2026 that they delay it just to make sure that the game's actually like as bug free as possible.
Yeah. So right now, sources are saying that they are firmly targeting a fall 2025 release.
I think I saw some news articles about that because that was a point of contention. Because some rumors came out that, they've pushed it back to 2026, and nobody could get like a straight answer. And then eventually, there were some sources that came out and said, no, like, what the hell are you talking about? This is still a 2025 game. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
People like to make rumors for no reason, just to get clout.
No.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, this is kind of...
understand that.
This is kind of coming off a shareholder meeting or a shareholder, like...
Oh, okay.
You know when they have the shareholder meeting that talks about revenue and all that stuff. I can't remember what they're called right now off the top of my head, but
yeah, no, you're right. That's a shareholder meeting. Yeah. Yeah.
So they're saying that 2025 is going to be the biggest year they've had in a long time, and expect a lot of money to rake in. And what? I don't think a port for GTA 5 for the PS5 Pro is going to do that for you because you've already got like 8 ports of that.
You would be surprised. I don't know. Wait,
I would not buy it again.
Wait, they already ported it to PlayStation 5, didn't they?
Yes, but then they'll probably make a PS5 Pro version that you have to buy.
Oh, that's...
No, I'm kidding. They'll probably just do a straight upgrade. But I'm just saying, if GTA 5 drops anytime this year. I don't care if it drops on December 31st, 2025. That game is gonna sell.
Yeah, that's also I think part of the reason why they haven't dropped a new trailer. Also because of the big leak, the since the first trailer got leaked, they're very careful, which is good because, yeah, we'll talk about that other thing in a bit, but
they've been working on this game for a long ass time.
I would like. How do I say this? So I like to think that they have been working on this for a very, very long time because, again, GTA 5 came out, like the original, when I'm talking about the original, I mean GTA 5 came out, and it was still like an Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 game.
Yep.
Which is crazy. It came out on September 2013.
So I'll tell you a little secret, and I've never said this out loud on air. But 6 years ago, I used to work for a company that did like business solution, and one of my clients was Rockstar Canada.
Okay.
Their office is about 20 minutes from my house.
Damn, okay.
So I've had talks with them, and the guy that I talked to, who I had like the direct relationship with, told me that they've been working on this game. Like they're helping with the development of it and like some of the testing and stuff.
Yeah.
So they've been doing, and that was back in 2019. So they've been working on this game for like 6 years at least.
Okay, that's good. Because I'm gonna be honest, because here's the thing, the way that they're essentially making money right now is GTA Online. And actually, when did GTA Online actually pop off? Because I think it's this basically October 2013. So, but afterward, it took a while for GTA Online to really pop off, and I think when it really started popping off, they were raking in the money. So that So if they were working on that in that meantime, then yeah, sure, that's fine because they did not do anything for the single player, and all they've released so far are GTA Online.
Expansion packs,
the expansion packs and stuff like that. So that makes sense. The only real other question that I have is like, what engine are they currently using? Because I don't think anybody knows what engine GTA 6 is running in because they haven't talked about it.
We have no information whatsoever. Like, we got a lot of leaks, but we got leaks about story and features.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if they're still using their Rage engine. I would be very surprised if it's like, unless it's like a Rage 2.0, because I think that's what's still being used. Yeah, that's what GTA 5 was used.
Yeah, that is the one. I mean, it could be that they upgraded it to the point where it's all new and shiny, which would make sense. They have the money. Good grief, they have the money to do that. They have the resources to do that. Yeah. So that would not. I don't think that that's a big deal if they used like an enhanced version of like the Rage engine, because that would take a lot of time and R&D. So if they spent at least 4 years prior to like looking into upgrading it, then I would see that would be a lot. That would be something that they could do. But then you have to solidify.
What if?
Yeah, what if?
No, so you have to solidify. I had a thought, but go on.
No, you have to solidify the engine so that you can continue to make the game, right? Because if you're going to be like, you want some features, you have to set those features so that the engine is ready to go. Otherwise, you're just going to have a buggy engine.
Here's my theory. What if what we've been seeing is the new engine or the upgraded engine slowly but surely through GTA 5 release? So you had the Rage engine, which was, the last game. Like if you take a look at the the wiki entry for all the games that use the Rage engines, the last one was GTA 5. Before that was Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
What if every time we've been getting a port to the PS4, to the PS5, we're just getting a 0.1 or a 0.2 version of the Rage engine that they're upgrading to for GTA 6? So now they have a proof of concept that they've been able to release, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you have to port the game over regardless. Like these are being ported. Why not add those upgrades to the feature sets to the engine? And now you have essentially a real life proof of concept. You've got real life beta testing. because people are out there buying this game. People are reporting any bugs or glitches, and at the same time, with everything that they've done to bring the game from essentially across 3 generations of platforms in over a decade, how could you not just have that be a possibility?
That's a good point. I mean, it's a strong possibility that they did that. They could have also just said, screw it, we're just going to use Unreal and just focus on that. But it does look very bespoke, because I don't think we've, outside of like tech demos for like Unreal, we haven't seen anything that looks like GTA 6's trailer.
Exactly.
It is like, it's ridiculous.
It's clean.
Yeah, it's very clean. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. A lot of things are going to come out before then, but at least I hope so. But yeah, we were looking through the list a bit, and there are games coming out, but like big games that a lot of people are looking out for, it's kind of a little bit on the meager side.
I think some of the big ones are coming out early in the year. Like, I feel like a lot of eyes are going to be on things like, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for PC.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of people playing that. I'm
looking forward to that one, too, because because Square Enix has been on a trend where this is me personally, that they've been releasing stuff on GeForce Now if they have a PC version. Because when they did the PC version for Final Fantasy 16, it was also on GeForce Now, which is amazing. I actually played the demo through lots of trials and tribulations. I was able to get it to work, and it looks good. It runs like amazing through GeForce.
They've optimized their streaming.
Yeah. The GeForce,
awesome.
NVIDIA has definitely optimized that stuff, and the rigs that they use run those games essentially on Ultra. So, assuming you have the right subscription, not the cheap one.
So I just went on GeForce Now because I've never really looked at it too much, because
awesome.
I feel like my PC's pretty decent.
Yeah.
So the free one is okay. So when you go to join now, you check their pricings. They've got the free, the performance, and the ultimate. And in my region, there's no capacity for free or performance. They've maximized their capacity. It's technically sold out.
Wow.
The only option I have is the ultimate, which runs an RTX 4080, and I have a 4070. So I'm like, is it worth it to spend $25.99 for an extra?
Yeah, I mean,
jump.
Yeah, for people that have like a decent graphics card, it's not a problem. But for people like me who is on Mac, then this is
fair enough.
Great. On top of that, I jumped in when they had the Founders Pack, so I pay like $30 per 6 months. And it's like,
so you're gonna.
I'm good.
You're gonna share your login, right?
Maybe I don't know. I can't say for sure. But it is very cool. It is very cool that it's a very cool way of doing it. And if you have access to GeForce Now and you don't have like a good PC, or you're like me, you're on Mac, perfect alternative.
Sometimes even if you do have a great PC, it's just great for storage optimization, because
absolutely.
all the games that are on there, right, you don't have to install them. And that's the one thing I don't like, for example, about Game Pass.
Yeah.
You can cloud stream, or you have to install the game. But their cloud streaming, I haven't tried it in a while, because the last time I tried it was
I haven't done it in a while as well. I mean, I did it for Pal World, so I could stream it on my computer, and it worked fine. I only had like maybe a few crashes, but that I think has more to do with the fact that Pal World is early access more than the cloud streaming itself. It's fine. Like the cloud streaming for Xbox is fine. It's not GeForce Now good, but it's manageable.
It'll do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they'll get there eventually, I'm assuming. Because, Microsoft has a lot of money, so they have to get there eventually.
True. You know what, though? I think GeForce Now is a great way to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because from what I've seen in terms of the trailer comparisons, like how it looks on PC, even versus how it looks on, like, what is right now the best way to play it currently, which is on the PS5.
It's even
the
better
PC version looks miles better, and people are now like, "What the hell, Squeenix? Like, why couldn't you do this for PS5 Pro?" I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here as one of those normal PS5 owners, because I didn't want to shell out almost 1,000 Canadian dollars for it. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's 900, like the base, without even like getting the disc drive add-on and yada yada yada, which is what I do, because I still buy physical media.
Yeah.
$159 plus tax just for the console, and then another $100 for the disc drive. So I'm in it for almost 12 for taxes.
Oh, that hurts. Even in Canadian
I'd rather
dollars,
just.
that hurts.
Oh, it hurts even more in Canadian dollars.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's that. No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna pay.
But
That's basically like someone's like not. Actually, these days it's not even rent money. It's like
if you're living with like 3 people sharing a studio apartment, then it's your share of the rent.
Exactly. It's a little much. Yeah, I mean, there are other things coming out. Tales of Graces F Remastered is coming out on PlayStation 5 and Switch. I think also on PC, but I don't know. Like, Bandai Namco doesn't always put stuff on PC. It looks
they do.
good.
It's not a great port.
Really?
Well, PC ports I've noticed because I think I have.
Right?
Yeah, I have a couple of the Tales games on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think there was something like if you buy Tales of Zestria or Tales of one of the Tales games, you got Tales of Symphonia's remaster for free.
Okay.
And they're great. Don't get me wrong, but like in terms of settings and stuff, it's very bare.
Yeah,
so like you can tell it's a rushed port.
Yeah, or not even like a rush port. It's just like a low effort port.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think Tales of Symphonia. Yeah, it's low effort because they clearly could have taken the time to do it. So they probably just rushed out the door.
Whenever someone says low effort port, me being the Sonic the Hedgehog fan that I am, which by the way I'm gonna have to circle back to, it makes me think about Sonic Colors Ultimate, which I'm playing right now, and it's so bad.
Wait, I thought they fixed it.
No, they did not. It's still janky as hell. Okay, it is still horrible.
So they decided not to fix it. That's what you're saying.
This game is trash.
Wait, it's the Switch version too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're never gonna fix it on that.
Imagine. Here's my thing. Updated visuals does not mean you take Vaseline and smear it on the camera, so that everything has this weird glowy effect.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works. Go ahead. Put some Vaseline on your camera right now. Tell me if it looks better, please.
I'm not gonna.
Thank you.
Jeez.
Because it does. Oh boy, does it! But that's another story.
So bad. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, Tales of Graces F Remastered that comes out January 17th. So that's like around the corner.
So Tales games are so hard to plan for, man. They're hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
I mean, it's a JRPG. What do you expect? And especially like from like the PlayStation 3 like to GameCube era. Yeah, that's gonna be long.
Yeah.
I think the week after is when Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out for PC. Yeah, the 23rd. That's kind of it for January outside of Donkey Kong Country. Returns
HD, whatever.
Returns HD. Which comes
It's coming out only on the Switch, right?
Yeah, I mean, where else would it come out?
No. Do me a favor. If we're looking at the same list, which I think we are, it's listed for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense. I think it's a mistake. But when I looked at that title, I'm like, that can't be right. I've never seen it happen.
Oh my god, you're right. It does list. Someone just did a rush job and copied, which also...
That's a rush port. That's a rush port.
It's the same list. And it only lists Tales of Graces F Remastered for Switch. But it's also coming to PlayStation, which makes... So, like, it's like, what the hell?
My oddball game that I want in January that I'm actually excited for because I never got... Like, I had a copy for my Dreamcast, but it never worked properly.
Neptunia
It's Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles.
Oh yeah, that is coming out. It's the 23rd as well.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. It's been 25 years.
Oh my gosh. Jeez, okay.
It's been about 20... Well, yeah. Episode 1 came out, what, in 99?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not old. We're distinguished. We are video game connoisseurs.
That's one way to look at it.
I'm not fucking old. You're fucking old. No, sorry. Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, Spider-Man 2, the PC... Wait, wasn't that already out on PC? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
No, I'm thinking God of War Ragnarok is what came out recently, and The Last of Us just got announced Part 2 for PC.
For PC. So yeah, Spider-Man 2 PC, January 30th. Also a big one if you're on PC. Sony does not put their stuff on GeForce Now, obviously, because they have their own streaming thing. A little bit disappointing.
I have my gripe about Spider-Man 2. I'm very upset that they canceled the DLC for this.
Yeah, I heard there was DLC allegedly planned, and it all got scrapped.
It did, and the sad part is because
They were working on a live service game, and that got scrapped.
Yeah, that too. But my thing is, there's a story that I followed in this game, like a side quest. I won't say too much, but apparently the name Cletus Cassidy comes in. And from what I heard, that was supposed to be, or from, speculation, I should say, that was supposed to be one of the DLCs, is the continuation of that storyline.
Oh, well, that's kind of a bummer.
Right?
It's kind of a bummer.
But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of took that DLC and because I think there was the leak said that there's a Venom game coming.
Yeah, there was a leak said that there was a Venom game in the works.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're just going to take that DLC and add it as content or for story purposes into the Venom game.
Yeah. So basically, whatever ideas they had for that, they'll probably then
repurpose it.
Yeah. Which brings us to actually one of the things that is not on the list because it's not been announced with a date. Marvel's Wolverine.
You think it's coming out this year?
Hell no.
Okay.
I don't think that's coming out. But they put it on the list like this is coming out for 2025. I'm like, this is a different list, by the way. I was like, that is not coming
they have
out
like that. I think.
Yeah. No, because
okay, so Spider-Man 2 came out in October 2023 for the PS5.
Yeah.
And now they spent about a year porting it.
Yeah, but that's a different studio, so you don't have to worry about it. That means that Insomniac especially considering the fact that they canceled the DLC, that means that they're free to do like the next project in the lineup, which would be the Wolverine game. I don't think if that's the case, it's not this year because they are.
It's too early.
It's too early, and I don't think it's going to be a PlayStation 5 game. I'm already saying that. If at all, if it is a PlayStation 5 game, that's fine. But like 2027 at the earliest, I think.
Yeah.
If they want to make it good.
There was a leak, and I'm trying to read up of what it said about the leak, because obviously they had work for Wolverine done already during that leak. Like, it leaked out their whole timeline.
Yeah, right, that one. Yeah, there's some test footage was leaked out. But the test footage that leaked out was early stuff, allegedly. I did not look it up because I didn't want to see it.
Me either. That's why I'm trying to go back and see what I can read without getting too much done. But yeah, I agree. I don't think Wolverine's coming out anytime soon. Yeah, this is already, like, I'm going to be honest with you. Circling back to GTA 6, like, this is a behemoth of a game, a behemoth of release. Yeah. This is like David and Goliath, but Goliath is going to win. Like, you do not want to go up against Goliath right now.
Yeah. Also, a great thing, alleged rumor, is probably one of the reasons why I haven't heard anything being announced, is that apparently some big publishers are holding back their games until GTA 6 gets a date, so they can have it come out after it.
For like just not the same time.
Not the same time.
Because here's what's gonna happen, and and like you can mark my words, and we can revisit this when GTA 6 comes out. If it's coming out in fall, and let's say it comes out in October, it's gonna come around the same. It's gonna come on the same day as whatever unreleased Sonic game is gonna come out in October. By the way, it's probably gonna be a Sonic Heroes remake.
Oh, that would be awesome! I love Sonic Heroes.
So fun fact. I read something where it's like somebody talked about the future of like Sega and Sonic, and there's two games like that they've talked about. So 2025 is going to be a remake.
Okay.
With the project, and the name is called Project Guinness.
Okay.
And if you don't know, Sonic Heroes holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the record of the most playable character.
Wait, really?
Yes. At the time of its release.
Okay.
The fact that you have 4 teams, 3 characters, early 2000s, like 2003.
Yeah.
It held the Guinness record for the most playable characters in one game. That's not a fighting game.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So the fact everyone's saying that, if you're calling this, Project Guinness, it's a remaster or a remake of Sonic Heroes, and then 2026 is the follow-up to Sonic Frontiers.
I'm assuming they're using the GameCube version as a base because the PlayStation 2 version looked very crappy.
Was trash. I'm hoping they're rebuilding it from the ground up and they give us an option for boost mechanics. But by the way, that's also a game I'm excited for this year that's not announced or not released or not posted anywhere. But back to what I was going to say, GTA 6 is going to come out, I don't know, October 25th. And you know what else is going to come in hand on October 25th? the Sonic game, because it happens every time. Freaking even the movie had to compete with Mufasa.
Please, that was no contest.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But no, that's my two. But yeah, you're right. A lot of publishers are waiting to see when GTA 6 comes out to be like, okay, let's launch around, but not on GTA 6. And you got to imagine that's impressive. If you're a Rockstar, that's a fucking compliment. Like nobody wants to tussle with you. They know they've already lost.
Yep, it's gonna be crazy. I don't think we're gonna see. If we see a lot of ads, I don't know. I don't think we're going to see a lot of ads, but if we see a lot of ads for GTA 6, it's going to be crazy. Another crazy thing that's coming out this time in February is Sid Meier's Civilization 7, which got announced. Which got announced like what, during the Game Awards or something? That's a very short turnaround time. I love it. I like that. I don't like it when games get announced like a year in advance. It's like, dude.
Or a decade in advance, and then it goes through development hell, and then they change the name because they've changed it onto a platform and decided to make it a mainline entry, and then it still takes 3 years, and you get 2 demos, a movie, and a mini game before it comes out, and then it finally comes out, and it's not everything you wanted, so they then go ahead and decide to do a bunch of DLC updates to make sure it works well and give you features that you should have had since day one. I'm sorry, what game are we talking about?
It sounds like you're talking about Final Fantasy 15.
Absolutely.
Which is true. Like, my gosh, Versus 13 was like the biggest like elephant in the room like for like so long. At least not as bad as like Metroid Prime 4, but hey, at least one that's coming out.
That's
two, it looks
they
so
announced
amazing.
it.
It looks amazing. Let's be real about that.
Do you think that's coming out in 2025?
Yeah, because they said it's coming out 2025, and it like.
You think it's going to be a Switch 2 launch?
That is a very good question. I don't think that it's gonna be. Hang on, let me choose my words carefully because we're talking about Switch 2 speculations right now. All right, so here's the thing: the Switch 2 thing. I think if this episode, by the time this episode comes out, there is no announcement for whatever this Switch successor going to be, so like Switch 2 or whatever. I'm still hoping on Super Nintendo Switch. That would be awesome.
The Nintendo Super Switch?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
The new Joy-Cons look nice.
I have explicitly not looked at any leaks because
I've looked at all the leaks.
Like, I want to be surprised and see it when it first gets like released, and they do it in a really nice presentation like they did for the Switch. And besides, people like making fake stuff.
No, this is legit. This is out of the factory. It's got the Nintendo branding and everything on it.
I know. I still want to look. I'm like,
sending you links in the chat.
No, don't.
I'm kidding.
I'm a guy that really likes being surprised. Like, you know, like I like to see it for the first time because when I do stuff like, like live reactions, it's genuine. Yeah. Other than like, oh yeah, I saw that in a leak, and it's like, oh yeah, cool.
Well, see, I'm the other way. I like to see the leak and see how close we are, and then I get excited, like, okay, we're pretty good, or oh, that's way off. But
yeah. So
there's a lot of interesting stuff that's coming out about it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: if this gets announced before this episode drops, and or at least let me rephrase it: if the announcement officially comes before the end of January, and they say, oh, this is dropping this summer. Or they're saying, like, it's dropping in, like, April or May. That is, one, a very quick turnaround time, which kind of happened with the original Switch. So I do expect something like that to happen. If they do that, that's when we're going to see, like, which games are going to be, like, having, like, a dual release. Because it's not like they haven't done it before. And the fact that they have delayed Metroid Prime 4 for so long, also, they had to, make the game. I think there is a strong possibility it gets a Switch successor dedicated version, but if that's not necessary, I could see it being, because, the Switch successor is going to be backwards compatible. We know that. They announced that officially on Twitter. They could also just say, hey, it's just the Switch version, but it'll be enhanced on the whatever those enhancements may entail, because people are saying there might be some like 4K upscaling, which at this point I think we should assume that 4K upscaling is going to be a thing on it. It has to, because if it's not, unless they make the most baller P machine, like it needs to have the 4K upscaling.
Oh, I have so much I want to say, but it's gonna spoil it.
Outside of that,
so much.
I think, because remember, there's also a Xenoblade game coming out, the remaster of Xenoblade X. Oh my gosh, I'm looking so forward to that so much. That's coming out on March 20th. March 20th, they said the system wouldn't release this fiscal year. Their fiscal year ends March 31st. So anything beyond April 1st is fair game. If they say, oh, we're launching this like the first, second week of April, I can see them doing that. I can totally see them doing that and just popping off their fiscal year with like a new system and just a bunch of games.
So here's where I agree. So I agree with you 100%. I don't think they'll do it in March.
Yeah.
Because I think, when did they do the announcement for the Switch? They did in December.
They released a trailer in October of the year prior, so 2016.
But they had that whole...
Then they had the presentation in January, which is actually, I think...
Okay.
When was it? I think it was
That's what I was trying to remember.
I think it was like the second week of January. I remember that because I watched that live, and it was crazy.
So I'm trying to remember, because you're right. They did do a launch or like an unveiling in October because they were hemorrhaging money from the Wii U.
Yeah, well, that and people, but the rumors were going crazy because there were just weird rumors going around. So they were just like, you know what?
So January 14th was the day they actually had the press release conference, that video where they showed off the Switch and its capabilities. Yeah. And I think they also talked about 1-2 Switch and Super Mario Odyssey as launch titles.
But Super Mario Odyssey was not a launch title. It came out in I think August something.
Okay, maybe my bad.
No, but they did show it.
They did show it off. Okay,
because it was the reveal trailer.
Here's my theory and my thought. CES is around the corner. Yeah, and I doubt Nintendo's going to be there, but maybe
Nintendo
hasn't
been at CES in like no
forever.
Game company has been in.
No one's been at CES. You're right. You're absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. But I think, here's what I'm thinking. CES ends. When does it end? Oh, God.
Well, it starts next week. As of this recording, it starts next week. Dang it!
It starts. It's the 9th to the 12th, right? So that's the tail end of the week. Mm-hmm. What's to say they don't do something similar and around the same time do another press conference? And keep in mind, they fully unveiled the Switch in January, like with feature set and everything, in January, for it to come out March 3rd.
Yes. But I don't think it's coming out in March, so...
I don't think so either. I think it's going to come out April 3rd.
That is...
Or something stupid like that. Like, why? Like you said, why not start off the new year?
Yeah, because...
People are clamoring for this. And right now, this thing is gaming's worst kept secret.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. It's
like,
kind of a bummer.
We already know. Like, you don't know, but we know.
Yeah.
We know what it looks like, how it works. We even really have the... we already know what it compares to in terms of graphic fidelity.
Oh damn! Okay. Well, see, that's
we even know.
That is.
We even know what's under the hood.
Oh dang! Okay.
And we can actually, we can even compare it to what generation graphics card. And I probably already said a little bit too much for you, but you probably already knew that they were going to use an NVIDIA processor.
Well, I already knew that. That's what I was actually going to say next. NVIDIA has their yearly, blah 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 with their graphics card at CES. Which, by the way, the rumors surrounding those cards is like, yikes! So much. Yikes.
Yes, don't worry. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But all I will say is this:
they might actually say that they're still working with Nintendo and might show something off. That's what I think.
Maybe, but here's what we know, because we've already gotten leaks of the motherboard as well. Like, this thing has been stripped down. Like, we've looked under the skirt of the Switch too.
Oh, okay.
In terms of leaks. Sorry if that analogy was a little too graphic. No.
Like, I knew that there were leaks. I did not know how bad the leaks were. So this is
motherboard.
This is a very good indication of how bad the leaks are.
But this is exactly what happened with the Switch before, and that's why they showed it off in October, in January, because there was just so many leaks. Yeah. So they're gonna probably have to do the same thing, and this is exactly what happened with Grand Theft Auto 6's trailer, right? Like, it got leaked, and then they're like, okay, we got to show it. Yeah, they're just gonna have to counter correct or correct.
Course correct.
But thank you. We know the power and and what it's capable of doing. I will say this: it'll be a nice bump up from the Switch.
But I would like to think so.
No. But I mean, I mean, like, okay, you went from like the GameCube to the Wii, which was like literally two GameCubes like put together.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that kind of a jump where it's like, oh, we've got two Switches now. Bunk. It's going to be a good machine.
Oh, that
and I
not gonna
think
be cheap.
no, I don't think it's going to be cheap. I think probably going to be spending like what you
$400?
maybe a little more. Oh yes.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Do you want me to tell you why I think that though?
Because here's the thing. Because the OLED version, which only has a new screen and a better body, and like that's kind of it.
Double the memory.
Double the memory. Well, it's double the storage capacity.
That's what I mean.
That's
sorry.
That's like $375. Right.
Yep.
Right now.
Yep. How do I say this to you without spoiling it?
I don't like where this is going. I don't like that. I don't like that. Your speculation is it's probably going to be more than $400 because that is oof. I don't know.
Well, one you got to think about. You got to pay Nintendo tax. You're going to pay the Nintendo tax.
Yeah.
You're going to pay the early adopter tax.
Yeah.
You're going to pay the first generation hardware tax.
But here's the joke, right? The original Switch, which they still sell, by the way, the regular one.
Yeah.
That price has never dipped.
Nope.
It has never been below, like, unless it's on sale.
But then they launch like a Lite, or what they do to make it a good deal is they bundle in a game, right? So you're still paying the $349 or whatever.
Yeah.
But now you just get Mario Kart 8, which is like a decade old game at this time and point now. Well, so they've made their money on Mario Kart.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
They were giving that shit away for free. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we need to move away from the Switch topic because I will ruin it for you because I need to you said stuff. And I just I've been holding my tongue because like
okay, moving away from the Switch stuff. I know that Xbox, at the very least, on the release calendar, Xbox has some stuff on there. One of the things is Avowed, which is coming out February 18th. I don't know what your idea is of Avowed or if you've seen it, but like the reportings on it have been a little bit kind of like wonky. Early reportings were like, it wasn't good, and then more recent reportings are way more positive on it, which means that they at least used their time to actually like polish the game. So I'm actually hoping that it's actually kind of good because it is. I think it is Obsidian, right? Avowed, or yeah, it is Obsidian.
It's Obsidian.
Which is crazy because they also announced The Outer Worlds 2. Also being made by Obsidian, so like, where are they getting the? Where are they getting the manpower?
Avowed, I feel like I've played this already, and I think it's called Skyrim, minus the guns. Have you seen some of the mods they've done for Skyrim? That's what I'm waiting for, by the way, is Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know if it's actually said they're going to come out in 2025.
No. If it's coming out in 2025, that thing is going to be rushed out the gate because I don't know how long they've been working on it. I don't know if it's a separate team. I'm assuming it's a separate team from the team that made what's that game that they released, the space one.
Starfield or whatever?
Thank you, Starfield. Wow, that game is so forgettable. I forgot the name.
I played it for like a day and I was like, thank God I didn't pay full price for this thing.
Yeah, same here. I just played it on Game Pass. Like I did,
and that was it.
Like 20 hours or so, maybe 40, to give it a chance. I was like, nah, man, I'm done.
Good for you. I think I gave it like 3.
Damn, wow. Okay, that's short. Yeah, no, I mean, I gave it a chance. They did some update, and it doesn't work. It's not the promise that they set out to do. It's like, no. Like if I wanted something like that, I'd go back to playing No Man's Sky, which is actually good.
Yeah. Speaking about the fantasy RPG style looking games, because that's what I think of, like Skyrim and all that.
Yeah.
There's one game that's kind of like my black sheep. That's like, I don't think anyone's really talking about it. It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that we still like we're way ways out because it's a late 2025 release.
Yeah, wait, what is it? Okay, I've never heard of this one.
PS5 game, Windows. It's coming out on Mac or whatever. Pearl Abyss.
Oh, do you mean that Korean developer?
Yes.
I think it's a Korean developer, right? Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah,
no, Korean. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. No, sorry. I actually have heard of this one. Yeah. Yeah.
I saw the trailer for it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks fun. It's an action RPG. Like, I played Black Desert, I think.
Yeah.
And that was the MMO. And it was fine.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is good. It looks fun. I'm excited for it. This is the one game that might be my holiday game. Like, my holiday pickup.
There's only the trailer, right, at this point? I don't think they've announced anything else about it.
No, it's still like a late 2025 window.
So, I don't want to typecast or anything, but...
No, go ahead. It's fine.
I don't know, like...
They did announce it at the Game Awards, or they did show the trailer at the Game Awards.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that. Here's my thing, right? So, late last year, a little game came out called Infinity Nikki, which is a free-to-play game. It's on PlayStation 4, and it's on mobile. It's on
okay,
PC.
yeah, I remember this.
I'm playing it on my mobile phone. It's pretty solid in terms of, like, well, gameplay. You have to play with a controller. If you play with touch, it's just, like, not doable.
Brutal. Yep.
But it's a free-to-play game with microtransactions. And even the games that don't have... because, I mean, Black Desert, was that free-to-play, or did you have, like, to pay, like, a
Free-to-play.
That was so that was a free-to-play MMO, so that means microtransactions. So odds are, if they've done it before, they'll do it again, which means that they might release it as a free-to-play game, but with a bunch of microtransactions. And
you think so?
And probably a gacha system. I would not be surprised. Because a lot of these games, unless it's supposed to be is it supposed to
It's
be
a single-player
game?
action-adventure game. So it's funny you mentioned, so this game originally was supposed to be... no, it was actually a prequel to Black... Yeah, I guess you could call it an MMO. It was a prequel to Black Desert. And then just through development, it pulled a Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Right? So it is a single-player game.
Okay, I mean... I'm not taking it back. I'm just saying, like, it's probably like a 50-50 thing.
Well, we don't know enough about it, right? Like, all we have is a trailer. Yeah. We have the trailers, and we have a release date.
Yeah, that's why I'm not trying to make it out to be a thing.
No, and you know what? Based on those early impressions, I would be keen to pick up this game and play it. I'm not saying this is my game of the year.
Yeah.
But as we learn more, hey, you never know. This could be like, what was that game that EA did, and everyone was just so mad that they did microtransactions in it. One of the Star Wars games a couple years back.
Yeah, Star Wars Battlefield 2, yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, I have to pay to be Luke? F that. So, like, no. Yeah. You never know. Let's see.
That was horrible. That was actually horrible. And it was a paid game. It's like, no, you can't do that. And you have to pay, like, a absorbent amount to be like a cool character. That was like, no.
I can't believe we've gone this far discussing games and systems, and we still haven't talked about Assassin's Creed Shadows,
which is coming out in February. So February 14th. So
or Monster Hunter.
And Monster Hunter is coming out the week after that. Here's the thing, though. I feel bad for Assassin's Creed Shadows because it is coming out a week before Monster Hunter. What the hell? Like, did nobody at Ubisoft think, like, oh, we're about to get, like, a week's worth of gamers and everybody's going to just switch to Monster Hunter because it's a better game?
I don't think so. It may be a better game, %. Look, I've played Monster Hunter games, and they're great.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, and there's that hardcore group that's looking forward to it. I think, though, more people will go to Assassin's Creed Shadow because the hype for this game... Look, this game has been known as, what was it called? Like Project Red or Code Red? Yeah. No, that's Mountain Dew. Project Red, like back in November of 2023. Then we got it, then we finally got the name, and it got pushed back, I think, twice.
Yeah, and then we got the trailers, and it was...
But people I know, like the people that I've talked to who really enjoy Assassin's Creed, and I believe, and this is probably anecdotal more than statistical. I feel like I know more people who are Assassin's Creed fans than Monster Hunter fans. I think I know, outside of you, maybe one other person, two other people who are really big Monster Hunter fans and are like looking forward for Monster Hunter. Other people are looking forward towards Assassin's Creed. And the thing is, the fact that they're finally using a setting, and this is where if they drop the bag, it's over. Like, I think they're really going to lose a lot of whatever little good faith is left in that franchise.
There ain't a lot left.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, drop in the bucket type of thing, right? So it needs to be a grand slam. So I'm okay with them taking more time to make sure that they get it together because we don't like, again, same thing. They did Star Wars Outlaw. They're like, hey, people love stealth missions. Let's put all the stealth missions in there. And everyone was like, we hate the stealth missions. And then what do? Like
They
4
take
months,
it out,
5 months later. Exactly.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. People have been wanting to play an Assassin's Creed game in this setting. This
For
was
a
it
very
feudal
long time. Yeah.
for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh my god, this would be a perfect game because it's like Tenchu. Remember Tenchu?
I remember Tenchu. Yeah.
It's like that. So there's a lot of people who are waiting for this game. So big shoes to fill, large expectations,
Very big shoes, especially after Ghost of Tsushima was a thing.
and the fact that they're gonna be competing with probably Ghosts of like they're probably here's the
When
thing
is
they probably
Ghost of
didn't
Tsushima
want
supposed
to.
to come out?
2025.
You're joking, really?
No. Yeah.
Wait, no, seriously? Wait, are you joking?
Seriously. No.
Oh, you're right. Oh my. Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
screwed.
So here's my thing. If I'm Ubisoft and I'm putting out a game in feudal Japan
Yeah,
with
yeah.
samurais, do I want to put it out against Monster Hunter? Or do I want to put that against another game that is highly anticipated that probably will have the same setting? If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Let me get, and we all know Ghost of Yotei is not like it's not going to be like a pop-up like, hey, 6 months from now, like April, we'll probably get the release date. It'll be a holiday game. That's when the Media Machine will start working on it. Why not get your head start and get yourself like 6 to 8 months of sales and be like, hey, we put out Assassin's Creed Shadow. We were the only one at that time doing that style of game in that type of setting, right? Okay, yeah, Monster Hunter,
Yeah.
whatever, right? Let you guys play all your other games and whatever, but hey, we were that game up until Ghost of Yotei.
I guess time will tell. We'll see when it comes out.
It really will.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise it's going to be one very depressing Valentine's Day.
It already is for me because I've chosen a video game over my wife, and she's not happy about that.
But yeah,
It's okay, I'll make it up to her. I'll buy her own copy.
February is at least a little bit more interesting because of, like Civ 7 and Avowed and Monster Hunter and Assassin's Creed. So at least February is like... And sorry, I missed one actually that's also big. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Which... Deliverance 1 like has a lot of fans. And that's coming out February 4th. Like February, if you're a crazy like mixed gamer, like if you play all different kind of games, your wallet is probably crying. And
Well, I think that's a year-round thing now. They've stopped the whole big holiday release. Like some games still do the big holiday release.
That's true, yeah, I mean like
But I think
Call of Duty and stuff like that. Yeah.
exactly. But I think publishers now know, like, okay, that's going to be the time for the big guns.
Yeah.
We can still be able to, after the holidays, maybe
there's, like,
people
12
didn't
months
get
in
what
a
they
year.
want.
Like what the hell?
Yeah, why restrict our sales just to launch a game in October? We got 12 months to do it.
Exactly.
52 weeks.
Yeah. So, speaking of like different audiences, for the indie fans, Rift of the Necrodancer, which is a spiritual successor to Crypt. I don't think it's a spiritual. It's like a spin-off to Crypt of the Necrodancer, which is that roguelike rhythm game.
I was expecting you to say, there's a game that I played on PC, and it's like some weird dating sim game.
Oh my!
With,
Is
like-
it the Korean one?
No. Is it? I don't know. It's like Monster High or some nonsense like that. I don't know. I had some friends
I
like
think I know
that
which
play
one you're
it.
talking about. I don't remember the title. I think I remember which one you're talking.
But like you go there and like you play and like all the classmates are like different like archetypes of like monsters you see in like horror movies
I know
and
which one you're
fiction
talking
and
about.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And like you're trying to go to Monster Prom. That's what it was
Yeah.
called. Something like that.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
one, yeah.
I don't know why. When I looked at this, I was like, is this like a sequel or like some sort of like. And then you said whatever game it's the sequel because I've not paid any attention to this game. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh no, this is totally off.
Yeah. No. Rift of the Necrodancers. It kind of looks like what if Guitar Hero was an action game, basically. Yeah. I mean, that's basically what it is. It looks awesome, by the way. The artwork looks cool. If we're talking about
the
stuff
art's
like
fantastic.
that, there is one game that is... I don't see it on here. I know it's coming out early this year. I don't know when. It's a game called Date Everything. I don't know if it's
What?
Actually, wait, maybe it is out. That's why it's not on the list. Date Everything. It's on PC. Like if literally date like there is a anthropomorphized version of the game that you can date in the game.
So that game releases February 14th, 2025. Date everything.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I just checked it out on Steam.
Okay.
It's there, and the release date is February 14th, 2025. Team 17's doing it. Okay.
Yeah, they're probably the publishers, I think. Yeah. So.
Team
Yeah.
17, what else did they do?
They're the Worms guys. Or at least they used to
Hey?
make Worms. Yeah.
They did Overcooked, if I'm not
They
mistaken.
also
right?
publish Overcooked. Yeah. Yeah. They're
Do they have
at
anything
this
to do
point-
with It Takes Two?
No, but It Takes Two, the developer, Haze Life Studios, is bringing out a new game in.
This is Split Fiction?
Yeah, in March 6th, Split Fiction. So March is also
That
crazy
I'm looking
because
forward to.
That is the month that game comes out. As good grief,
The Suikoden, I can never pronounce this name.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Suikoden?
The Suikoden 1 and 2 remastered.
Suikoden.
Yeah, which is coming out. A lot of people are really looking forward to that one as well. I am looking forward to that one as well. I'm definitely gonna pick it up because I've been meaning.
It's a good year for RPGs, man.
It's a great year. It's been great for RPGs lately. Like
Last year and this year were fantastic.
yeah, which is great because like the only times that RPGs are super solid was back in in my opinion, was back in like the DS and 3DS era. That's where
Oh, they had
some-
quality RPGs on that.
you got solid
thing.
RPGs on like those systems. It's a shame that it was on a handheld, so a lot of people didn't end up playing them unless they got like a port to like console
Steam.
or whatever or Steam.
I feel like March, to be honest, really the two games that catch my attention are the two games we just talked about.
Yeah.
Split Fiction, and I'd be open to giving the remasters for Suikoden. If I said that right, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Everybody says it.
I can never pronounce it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things. Speaking of RPGs, Ys Memoir, Oath in Felghana. So for like all the Ys fans out there, all three of you, I'm pretty sure you're looking forward to this one. You're an Ys fan? Oh, awesome.
Well, I've played them because I believe there were a couple that came out on the PSP.
Yeah, there were a bunch on the PSP.
So I definitely downloaded them. So but I don't follow it, but I wouldn't mind like giving it a shot because it looks fun.
This is a remake actually. Yeah, Exceed.
No.
Yeah, Exceed is the publisher.
Okay.
Nihon Falcom is the developer. So this is a port of like the original PC version. Now, actually, this is a port of a port. So the original PC version came out, I think, in 2005 in Japan only. Then it got a remake like a couple of years after that, and this version is a remaster of that or a remake of that.
So you want to know something funny? This is technically a remake of a remake of a remake of a remake.
Yes, it is.
Because the original game apparently came out in the 90s.
Oh yeah, Oath in Felghana came out I think on like the Famicom or Super Famicom or something.
Yeah.
Back in like the early 90s. Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So
So it's crazy. Like Oath in Felghana, I've heard of this game for years.
Yeah.
Specifically like the 90s version. So yeah, this one is actually that's why it's also called Ys Memoir. Because I think Felghana is not a mainline Ys game, it's a spin-off.
But it's a remake of Ys 3. Yeah. The OG game is Ys 3, Wanderers from Ys.
Oh, I am so confused right now. I thought it was a spin-off.
Right?
Because I know that it got the title Oath in Felghana later.
Yeah.
But now I'm just doing it off the top of my dome right now, so I might be.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So that's fine. But yeah, that one is a big one, at least for JRPGs and Ys fans and Nihon Falcom fans. Which it is growing because like more games are coming out like day and date. So at least the more modern ones, so that's cool.
This comes out like 2 days from recording.
I know. So if you're listening to this, then it's already out. If you were looking forward for this, let us know in the comments what you thought of it.
I'm gonna be so broke.
I'm telling you, man, dude. I haven't even talked about April. Okay, April is a little bit thin, but I will say this. The fighting game community has been eating good for the past year, and they're going to continue to eat good because Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is coming out April 21st. Which
I have nothing.
It looks crazy. It looks crazy, and I'm pretty sure that all the SNK fans are going to go wild for that. And like that's not even to say that the Capcom Fighting Game Collection Volume 2 is also coming out this year, which I'm personally looking forward to because it has Project Justice in it and Power Stone 1 and 2.
Ooh, really?
Yes. Power Stone World, baby.
That makes me excited, and that's worth picking up for Power Stone 1 and 2 alone, because those were fantastic games.
Those are fire. Yeah, I can't wait to play that Power Stone 2 online. Because Power Stone,
I think
Power Stone 1 is like only 2 players, and like Power Stone 2 is like 4 players.
is it? I thought they were both 4 players.
That's what I thought too, and then someone corrected me and said, no, Power Stone 2 is the one with 4-player multiplayer. Power Stone 1 is a 2-player game. It's still an arena fighter, but it's only 2 players.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. Which is even weirder because I own Power Stone on Dreamcast. Yeah, I bought it like 6-7 years ago. Like I bought it like a used Dreamcast and Power Stone. I was looking for Project Justice but couldn't find it anywhere. And it's expensive. So
I'm surprised. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm just more familiar with Power Stone too, because I remember there being like
doing the
obviously
4-player
being on the Dreamcast, doing the 4-player. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I got it.
I do that. Yeah, that would be great. Listen, we could probably just run that online one day. That'd be
absolutely. Yeah, the only thing that we'll probably miss out on, since it's probably going to be the arcade version that it's going to be running, no VMU stuff.
That's fine.
That's a little bit disappointing.
VMU, Pocket Station, we've lost a lot of great content that way.
Oh, well, we're gonna talk about lost content on another day, because if we start that, it's just
this episode's gonna be like a whole day thing.
Yeah, and also I'll just end up being depressed.
I feel ya.
So I think that's it for the big hitters outside of stuff that don't have dates yet, like Gears of War E-Day. Which is supposed to be coming out this year.
Did you say Gears of War E-Day?
Isn't it not Gears of War?
No. I'm not trying to correct you. I'm just making sure I heard properly, because this may have somehow fallen through the cracks for me. Gears of War E-Day.
Yeah. Oh, it's not on the list. I don't think it's coming out this year, maybe. But it also could be wrong because this list is not complete. So,
can I say something about Gears of War? I feel like it's a dead franchise now.
I mean, at this point, yeah.
I mean,
there are people
after Gears.
Don't get me wrong. There are people excited for this, especially because it's about E-Day,
which is the prequel, like the actual day that shit went down.
Exactly.
Right?
So this is a prequel to like literally the whole franchise. So
which is great.
Which is good. I'm just kind of curious how many Gears of War fans are left.
So that's my thing. Gears, when it came out, was great.
Oh, it was big.
I played them. I played all of them. Like I played the whole main storyline with Marcus Phoenix, right, and Dom, and like Gears of War 2 actually has one of the very few scenes in there that I think are very powerful, with Dom having to make a choice for his wife.
Oof.
They're great games, but then as soon as you're so invested in that the second these for me, I don't have the same investments for the spin-offs, the prequels, the sequels. Like Gears of War 4 was, I think, they still had the original characters, but I just didn't care for it because like the story was done for me.
Yeah.
You know, I walked away from that satisfied that I didn't need things like Judgment Day, Gears of War 5, Gears of War 4. And then Gears 5, I have it. I don't know how I got it. They did do a Gears 5 with like Dom's kid or something.
Oh yeah, that's
like,
right. They did.
Right? Yeah. And I don't have that same attachment. It's like the same thing with Golden Sun. I played the first two, loved them. Yeah. And then the DS one came out where you're like the main character's kids. I was like, I don't care about your fucking kids. I'm sorry.
That's why that franchise died.
Right. And that was, honestly, as someone who's biased towards JRPGs, I would say that Golden Sun was a lot better franchise than Gears.
Holy shit. Okay. At least
hot take. I know.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. You're not saying that it's a better game or anything. It's just your opinion that it is
personal preference.
Yeah.
I do lean more towards the JRPGs. Like I've had my time with, you know, playing with my buddies in Unreal 4 engine who are all like hulking and you know, chainsawing hands. Like don't get me wrong, like that's Gears was the reason I bought an Xbox 360 and so I could play online with my friends. Yeah. Because like my friend showed it to me. I was still on my PS2. Still playing like Dirge of Cerberus and all that stuff. And like my buddy's like, yeah, I got an Xbox 360. We played some demos. Yes, he made me play Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. I still like it.
Yeah, let's not touch that.
That's a whole other story. That's a whole other episode. But then like I literally, as I left this house, I ran to the local store. I bought an Xbox 360 and took it home. And I bought Gears of War. Damn. By the way, I showed Gears of War to my dad and we finished the whole game in like 2 weeks.
Wow. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So like it's a cool game. It's a great game, but I think I'm just past that phase where, everything is like in that murky brown, bulky armor, like Unreal Engine type looking game.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like, and I like JRPGs because I think there's more story, it's more fun, more tactical. It's not just pow pow pow. My personal hot take: don't kill me, don't shoot the messenger. You like Gears? That's absolutely fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, sure. Speaking of which, because we talked about it earlier, since we're talking about our RPGs. I don't know if you saw like a couple of weeks ago, they had this Tales of like 30th anniversary presentation thing, where they were talking about Tales of Grace's F and how they were like, they have like now this dedicated team that does remasters.
Really?
They established, like, because they did the remaster for Tales of Symphonia, and then now they're doing Tales of Grace's F. So now they basically have a pipeline set. For better or worse, they have a pipeline set, which means they're going to be doing more remasters. My hope is that for the 30th anniversary, one of two series gets a remastered announcement. Either they do Tales of Fantasia, which is the original game that only came out in Japan and got a Game Boy Advance port, which did get an English release back in, I want to say 2003 or something, 2004. And that port was not it for me, I'm going to be honest. The colors were... No, because compared to like the Famicom version, I played it on the other way, so I could play, the Super Famicom version in English. And that game looks really good for a Super Famicom game, because it was a late era Famicom game, and it also had voice lines. I mean, they were poorly audible, and they were in Japanese, but it was a really cool thing for me to hear and see. Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping that gets a remake kind of thing going on in 3D, or, God, honestly, I kind of wish it was just beautifully hand-drawn 3D, but what do I know? Maybe they'll do a 3D one and it'll look good. Considering the ports, the remaster so far, like, I'm a bit torn. The other one is Tales of Destiny 1 and 2. Because Tales of Destiny 2 never got an official release in the West. They did get... There was a game in the US that came out that was called Tales of Destiny 2, but that was Tales of Eternia rebranded as Tales of Destiny 2. So that wasn't even the same thing. Because Tales of Destiny 2 came out on PlayStation 2, whereas the first game came out on PlayStation 1, and it is a proper sequel to Tales of Destiny 2.
Oh, this looks good. I don't think I've played this game.
So good. Oh, by the way,
I know what I'm doing today.
Tales of Destiny did get a PlayStation 2 enhanced version. Like they remade it from the ground up with new sprites and everything. So if you're seeing really cool sprites, it's probably that version.
No, I'm looking at the like OG.
Yeah, those that has chunky
version.
Characters. I love it. I love it so much.
It looks good.
Tales of
these
Destiny,
are the kind of RPGs I miss.
If you have not played Tales of Destiny, put it on your list. I'm just saying, put that on your list. You're not gonna regret it. Great characters, really fun storytelling. Tales of Fantasia,
I'm already on eBay. You've sold me.
Tales of Fantasia is also good, but I would say play the other way than the Game Boy Advance version, because the Game Boy Advance version is kind of not great. And that's not me, not just me saying it. What are the prices sky high? I'm afraid the prices are sky high. Yeah, they are, aren't they?
So I could if I want the Tales of $265, like complete in box.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm hoping for a gosh darn remake.
Here's the crazier thing. You know the what did you say, Tales of Eternia, which they rebranded as Tales of Destiny 2?
Yeah.
$379.
Yeah, because it's rare, because they later re-released it on PlayStation Portable as the proper title. Oh, and I think maybe I'm saying it incorrectly. I think the European version was branded as Tales of Eternia, because Tales of Destiny never got a European version. I think that was America and Japan only, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not looking it up right now. I'm just trying to get it from like the top of my dome. But Tales of Destiny. Gosh, I really hope I really hope that gets a remastered thing.
That'd be cool.
That would be very cool.
They are, speaking about really cool old school RPGs, are they not? I swear I thought they're doing something with the Lunar Series this year.
Oh my god, you're right. Actually, they are doing something with the Lunar Series. I don't remember. There was a trailer a while ago. I remember seeing a trailer for something new in the Lunar Series. I do not remember.
It's a remastered collection.
Ah, okay, there.
Which is going to have Silver Star Story Complete, and Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete. I have it.
You have the bundle?
No. I have the OG.
Oh my god.
I have a copy for Sega Saturn.
Oh damn. Okay. Wait, Lunar was a Sega Saturn game?
Yeah, it originally released on the Saturn in Japan.
Why was I thinking it was a Mega Drive thing?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different franchise. Probably thinking of a different franchise. No.
There's Lunar, and then there's Lunar Silver Star Story Complete.
Yeah.
So the original came out on the Saturn, and then the PS1 version came out in '99, and now we're getting a remaster of the first and the second game.
Okay. Yeah, Lunar Silver Star. Yeah, that was Lunar Silver Star was a Sega CD game.
Sega CD. Thank you. That's the one I'm thinking of. Did I say Saturn?
Yeah, you said.
I meant Sega CD. I have it for Sega CD. Sorry.
You were throwing me off, man. Yeah,
because Silver Story Complete was the Saturn. Okay.
Yeah. So Complete is the Saturn. So basically, it's a port of or a remaster of that version.
Yeah, this I have. I've never played it yet. I haven't played it.
Well, people like love the Lunar series. There was, I want to say there was kind of a spin-off thing on. Yeah, there was a spin-off on Game Boy Advance called Lunar Legend. I don't know if that actually received well. It was received fine. 79 on Metacritic. Yeah, that's fine. So there's a lot of stuff to look forward to. Gosh darn it. Okay.
And the crazy thing is, the list we're looking at only goes to April, and then it's like, hey, here's Double Dragon Revive in October.
It's not a great list.
No, it's not. But you know what? It's gonna grow, right? We are only, as of this recording, 5 days into the new year.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a lot of announcements coming down the pipeline. We'll probably get a lot of more reveals, probably some more concrete timelines. I didn't even mention
Pokemon Legends ZA, which
there you go.
So with that one, I'm thinking it's coming out the normal time that Pokemon games come out annually, which is in October. So it's fall. We'll probably hear about this more on Pokemon Day, which is February 27th. So look forward to that. I'm assuming they're going to announce a bunch of stuff. I don't think you should expect them to announce Gen 10. If they announce the Gen 10, then that's a rushed-ass game. For real.
Gen 10 is probably next year. It's a 2026 thing at least.
My money is on next year as well. But what the rumors did say is that apparently ZA was slated for last year, but they pushed it.
Yeah, we didn't get a Pokemon game this year.
Yeah, we didn't get a Pokemon game in 2024. At least not a big one. Outside of Pokemon TGS Pocket on mobile.
No, but we didn't get normally it's they alternate, right? You get a new gen, a remake or two, and then or a new type of game that's not card based.
They didn't really do a lot of things because they didn't do a lot of things last year. But I will say this, considering the fact that ZA is coming out sometime this year, because they did say that it's coming out in 2025, unless they decide to delay it. I don't think we should expect Gen 10 until maybe, if they were taking their time, maybe 2027, because, like I said, allegedly, ZA got delayed till this year, which means that they're actually taking their time to make a good game, because...
Oh, Scarlet was trash.
Because between Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, yikes. The only real downside is that, unlike other Nintendo studios, since they're an independent studio, they can't be like, "Hey, can we get help? Can we get help from Monolith?" Which Monolith has been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff,
heavy
for a
lifting.
lot of Nintendo games, which is why they're so big now, and that's probably why Nintendo recently bought the remaining 4% of the shares of the company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Which is crazy because they were a subsidiary. They own their parent company is still Warner Bros.
No, you're thinking about Monolith,
right?
not Monolith Soft. You're thinking of Monolith.
Oops. You're right.
Monolith,
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I had the same problem years ago too. It was like I kept getting them confused. So no, Monolith Soft is the Nintendo-owned company. Monolith is the Warner Brothers owned company. Yeah.
Right, and the Monolith is the one that did the Xenoblade stuff, right?
Yes, they're the Xenoblade.
Okay,
guys.
yeah. I got thrown off because I was like, wait, they did Fear? Wait, that's Warner. What?
No, that's Monolith. I think that one is called Monolith Inc. And then you have Monolith Soft.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So Monolith Soft is now wholly owned by Nintendo. I don't know what they're doing outside of the port of Xenoblade X, which I don't think would require a lot of effort because it was a Wii U title. It's probably going to be one of the biggest Wii U titles Switch titles, because on Wii U, that one required you to install. If you didn't want the game to load, you had to install it. And I did. And you could not use the 8 gigabyte. Remember, there was an 8 gigabyte version of
the white one. I had that.
If you had that one, you needed an external hard drive. Otherwise, it wouldn't work.
I put in I had a 64 gig thumb drive in the back, in one of the ports, just to expand on it. Remember that?
No, I have a 2 tera drive. I thought there were.
Oh my god!
So many, so I thought it was.
You invested in the Wii U, didn't you? You thought that was a winner.
Yeah,
that was a winner, right?
I bought a 2 terabyte hard drive in 2012. The 2012 money, that was not cheap back then. And this is a spinning external hard drive, so not SSD or anything. It's just a spinning hard drive. So one day that thing is gonna crap out on me. I'm gonna cry because there's a lot of games on there. There's
something going on. Have you checked your Wii U? Do you have the 32 gig one or the 8 gig one?
I have the 32 gig one.
Have you played it recently?
A couple of months ago. Yeah. Why?
Are you I remember hearing there's something going on with the 32 gig models.
Okay.
It's a time thing.
What do you mean a time thing?
There's an error code that's happening. And it's caused by memory corruption. And people are now posting that they're getting an error code if you don't use your Wii U. And it's affecting only because the black models were 32 gig models. So, yeah. It's a memory thing. Yeah. And it's been happening since 2017.
Oh, wait, I haven't heard of this one. Okay, I guess I'll have to check in on it afterwards, because... Yeah, I was planning to do some cool content stuff, maybe doing some comparison things with the Switch version, which, that's going to be awesome. To be able to play that online again, yes, please, because that one really needs the online. The other thing that it kind of relied on was Me First, but that's dead, so I don't know how they're going to do that exactly. I don't know what changes they made to make that work, but yeah, it's gonna be big. Anything else that you think that might be interesting to talk about that might come out this year?
Because I think we've talked a lot. I think I'm out. Between you and I, the only game that we haven't talked about that might have the most hype as of now might be Elden Ring Night Rain.
How did we forget?
Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Hold on. Why is the subtitle for this game on the beach? It's so dumb. I get it. You're on the beach, but just I don't know. It just sounded stupid to me.
Have you seen the promotional stuff they've been doing for that game?
No, I've not paid attention.
God, they did this kind of update stream thing, and the female characters were having a photo shoot. Yeah, and it sounds exactly what you think.
What in the dead or alive beach volleyball are we doing?
Okay, maybe they weren't in because I seriously doubt that they have bikinis in that era. I'm pretty sure those things got destroyed a long time ago and nobody cares. But yeah, they were having a photo shoot with the 3 of the main female characters.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Everyone deserves to have some fun. But yeah, I think those are really the only two those are the only two big games we haven't talked about. Yeah. But quite frankly, another Elden Ring game which is supposed to be, was it co-op game?
It's a roguelike co-op game. You can't play single player, but it basically uses Monster Hunter rules where when you play with more people, it gets more challenging
Yeah.
to go through. But it is a roguelike, which means that you have to build up your characters throughout the gameplay, and like you have temporary upgrades and permanent upgrades and stuff like that. So we're gonna see how that works because the traversal is completely different in this game, and it's multiplayer. So I'm kind of curious to see how that works. And they're literally reusing assets not just from Elden Ring but also from like the Souls games, other Souls games. So that's gonna be interesting. I think that's gonna be an interesting look. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I'm gonna wait until that comes out. I'm gonna be completely honest. It took me like a year to actually play Death Stranding.
I still haven't.
And I enjoy what I like. I played it from start to finish. I enjoyed playing through Death Stranding. It took a while for it to sink its teeth in me, but once I got certain upgrades and stuff that I could do in the game to make the traversal a bit more easier, it got way more interesting. And the story is, well, it's Kojima, so it's crazy. It's weird. It's awkward. The ending was a little bit too truncated, in my opinion. It was a little bit too long, way too many cutscenes. Then I remembered that GTA. Then I remembered that Metal Gear Solid 4 exists.
You mean the one that has a full-on movie as its end scene?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I watched it.
I still haven't finished. Like, I still need to play through that game. I would like to have a port because I don't want to reinstall it on my PlayStation 3 because that also took like 3 hours to install. Well, not 3 hours.
Speaking about ports, we're getting the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Right. Is that this year, Delta?
Yeah, I think so.
Why is that not on the list? Does it have a date?
I don't think it has a date, but it's on. It should be. Yeah.
Yeah. So if people are wondering, we're using the GameSpot list. It's not complete.
They don't have anything with a date after April, except for Double Dragon Revive. So yeah. But no, I think we've covered a bunch of the big ones. I think say we revisit this list at the end of the quarter, or revisit at the end of the quarter. That gives us 3 months.
Yeah.
Take a look, and maybe at the start of April, we see what's changed. We see what's impressed us. We see what hasn't impressed us. How is Assassin's Creed done? Like we'll be able to take a look and see what the first quarter's been, and know kind of what we're in store for. Because like right now, it's all promise, right? Like
exactly.
We're gonna have to wait and see, and just how much of this is actually good and how much of this is gonna be trash. So
yeah,
we got some time.
And speaking of time, that is it for this episode of Game Rivals. I hope you appreciate it. It is way longer than I thought it would be. I thought we were gonna bang it out real quick, but yeah, when we get talking, it's just flows. And I appreciate that, good. and I love that. So thank you, Denirukun, for being with me. Could you tell the folks one more time where they can find you and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So I stream on Twitch. I post on Instagram. You can find me now you can find me here on Gamer Rivals, hanging out with Max once in a while. And yeah, so you can follow me on my socials at, just go to Linktree. So Linktree/Denirukun Gaming. And yeah, it's all there. I'm just playing a bunch of games right now. Nothing's concrete. It's just, I'm trying to beat as many games as I can in 2025. I've already beaten one. I'm happy about that. Mm-hmm. And I'm hopefully beating one more, and then I think I might try and pull out an RPG to finish off the month.
Okay. That's
might go old school.
Yeah,
I might go old school. I might do Tales of Destiny. I'm gonna look more into it now. I'm intrigued. I never played it, so
again, you have to. It's a great recommend.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you again, Denny, for being here.
My pleasure, man.
Of course, you can, if you're listening to this on the audio, thank you so much for listening. You can find us on all your favorite podcasting services. Our home is, of course, on Spotify. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. If you have any comments, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button if you want to get the latest episodes of Game Rivals as they come out. I am, of course, also on all the socials. I am on Instagram mostly. I am also on TikTok for shorts and stuff. And I stream whenever I'm able to stream on Twitch. So that is it. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I've been and always will be Maximilian X with guest, and we'll see you all next time. Later.